Do you know if you're maximizing every breath you take and stroke you make? There's a good chance, whether you've been swimming for years or are a complete beginner, that you may be slipping through the water and working a lot harder for the current pace that you're swimming that you need to be. In this video, we're gonna talk about 6 signs that you could be slipping and not maximizing your full potential when it comes to swimming. I'm Lukas Siska, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. Maximizing your stroke involves reaching to the max, but not overreaching. Pulling water to the max, but not throwing your stroke out of whack when you do it. The first sign that you're not swimming to your full potential is that you have difficulty swimming in slow motion. Yes, if you can't swim in slow motion, this is a sign that in your mind, you're thinking about way too many things when you're executing your stroke. You're probably thinking, how do my arms go when they enter the water? What do my legs do? What does my rotation do? This is all way too overcomplicated. You need to keep it simple and realize that in swimming, and especially freestyle, your shoulders and hips, they stay together. And you are moving in one plane, swinging on a pendulum from one side to the other. We gotta learn to do this, and this is how we generate the most power and momentum in our stroke.
The key to learning how to swing on that pendulum and grabbing the most water and not slipping through is this drill right here. Both arms by our side, just going from one side to the other, shoulder and hips together. Once we achieve this, we can go into keeping our arms straight in front of us and then just leaning shoulders and hips together to that one side. Go back and then just lean to the other. I call this the twist drill because you're just getting in that position where you would grab the water and pull it back, but you don't go all the way. Here's the view from underneath the water. Guys, this is crucial for teaching our body how to work in one plane, moving from one side to the other. It's all about body control. Then we move on to 6 kicks per one side. And look, we're just slowly swimming freestyle, using those shoulders and hips to stay together. And then we use momentum to drive them to the other side. And that's the ticket, guys. When you can use momentum, that's how you generate power. That's how you generate speed. And that's how you also generate a perfect catch.
Sign number 2 is that you don't enjoy sculling. Sculling, for those of you that don't know, and if you don't know, that's definitely a sign, is a drill for improving your feel for the water. If you think it's boring, it's because you're probably not doing it right, or you just don't understand the benefits of sculling. Sculling is like salt is to food. When food is lacking in salt, it enhances the flavor by salting it. And if your stroke lacks feel for the water, sculling enhances that. It's super important to learn how to scull. And actually, when you do it properly, it's very enjoyable. All elite swimmers do it and incorporate it into every session that they do. I'll show you a few things that you can do in the water to improve your feel and learn how to enjoy sculling.
Now it's all about grabbing maximum water. And I find that when you stand up like this and just try to move as much water as you can from side to side with the correct firmness of the hand, wrist, and fingers, you can really establish that feeling of grabbing water. And now try to bring it more into what it would be in your stroke. Keep a high elbow, catch the water with firm fingers and hand, and pull that water back towards you. Feel the water rushing onto your body as you pull it towards you. Then, of course, we want to start doing it in a motion of moving forward. Here, I'm pulling the water as much as I can, but only bringing it to the power position of the high elbow and then stopping and returning to trying to catch. And when you do it with double arms, it just kind of simplifies things. Now we're going to go past the power position and pull all the way through. Grab maximum water and just push it back. It's all about grabbing as much as you can. And notice that in all these drills where we're moving, we're keeping that body straight and aligned.
Sign number 3 that you may not be maximizing your stroke is that you are snaking through the water. What is snaking? Take a look at this.
Yes, that's right. That is so classic. Her butt is going one way and her upper body is going another. So she's just kind of wiggling and snaking through that water as you saw in the video. This is so common, guys. There's an imaginary line right in the middle of our body, and if you cross it over, it's going to throw your stroke way off and you might fall into that wiggle like we just saw.
Yes, snaking occurs when you don't have a proper understanding of how to rotate properly. You're over-rotating, and that's what's causing the snaking. Well, when you over-rotate, you can't pull the water to the max, and you're way less efficient. In order to fix that, let's first look at how we can maximize our rotation on land first. What I want you to do is to stand shoulder width apart, stand up straight, stick your arm out right in front of you. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna rotate to the correct length without over-rotating and without under-rotating. So just stretch out as far as you can without moving your legs. This, guys, right here is what you want to do in the water. When you do this in the water, you will be maximum rotated without over-rotating. Because if we over-rotate and go like this, that's when the wiggle and the snaking starts coming in. And the same thing, if we under-rotate and we just stay like this, we're full frontal, creating all kinds of drag. So remember, stand straight, use your arm to just rotate to the max without moving your feet. Let me show you how that looks like from the back. I'm gonna rotate and go like this. And you can see my other arm right here is already ready to jump into action. And that, guys, is a simple way to establish perfect rotation on land first.
And guys, if you wanna know your true swim potential in this moment, I want you to take my quiz and we'll give you a score to let you know. Look in the comments below, click the link and find out.
The next sign is that you have poor shoulder flexibility. If you know this, you are definitely not maximizing your stroke, because with poor shoulder flexibility, you can't even put your arm into the correct position to pull your maximum water. Poor shoulder flexibility is one of the key things that stops swimmers, especially new swimmers, from reaching their full potential in swimming. All you need to do to improve this, and it's an easy fix, is stay consistent with a swim stretch routine.
Simply do the streamlined stretch that you see right here, go from one side to the other. Then we want to go into the Michael Phelps stretch to increase our flexibility in the shoulders further. After this, we want to go down and stretch our shoulder blades, get that full extension so we can have that stretch and reach that we talked about. Then you want to get on your ankles, increase that flexibility there so we have a powerful kick. These guys are going to help you swim faster.
Do them every night before bed and you can grab more water immediately. Sign number 5 is that you're not taking advantage of what the water can do for you. And what I mean by that is that you're not being the most buoyant that you can be. Without buoyancy, you're just working way too hard in swimming. So let's talk about something that you can do to be the most buoyant that you can be. Guys, you need to realize that in swimming, to become the most buoyant, you need to be operating under the premises of being extended to the max at all times. Because the more extended we are, the more buoyant we can become. When we're extended, our back half just rises right to the top. How extended do we need to be? Well, look at this pull-up bar. So in the water, you need to imagine that your body is just hanging from a bar like this. Gravity is pulling you down. And what does that do with your shoulders? I mean, look at my shoulders right here, right now. My torso is completely extended. That's how you need to be in the water. Now let's go take a look at what that looks like in the water.
So we're gonna do a drill that I call the Superman drill. We're gonna first do it on the wall. I want you to hold on to the wall. I want you to extend your body as much as possible. We want his chest to dip in. His shoulder blades are gonna dip in, so we open up his chest. And with him being fully extended, the more you stretch out, his back half will float to the top. Okay, so we're gonna try it on the wall first. We're gonna hold the wall, stretch out your head, relaxed in between your arms, and then we're gonna push away, try to hold that position and keep ourselves back. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay? All right, let's see if you can do it. Yes, pretty good, pretty good. I just want you to try it one more time. Extend your body a little bit more. Extend those arms just a tad bit more, and we can get those legs to rise up even more. Make sense? All right, give it a try. Yes, that's much better. Notice how his shoulder blades are totally flat within his body. That's what we want to see. And immediately you could see his hips rose right to the top. Excellent, that was much better. Did you feel it that time?
I felt my feet coming out of the water, yeah.
Yeah, see, he can feel that buoyancy coming right to the top. All right, that's excellent. Once you have that floatiness, you can grab way more water and be that much more efficient. And finally, the sign that you're not maximizing your pull is that you don't have a correct understanding of how you should hold your hands when you're pulling through the water. You definitely don't want to do this, and this when you're swimming. Guys, the most effective way to hold your hands in freestyle is actually to have them loose, relaxed, and slightly spread apart. Did you know there was a study at the University of Toulouse done that the ideal width of your fingers to be spread apart when swimming for grabbing the most water was actually 3 to 8 millimeters. Now, you don't have to overthink it and exactly imagine how many millimeters are my fingers apart. Simply have your hands nice and loose and relaxed, and then find that firmness with them relaxed as you pull through the water. To find that balance between loose and firm so that you can pull maximum water, we need to incorporate
and elaborate on what we talked about in the first sign, and that is
sculling. I'm gonna show you a series of sculling drills in the water right now that are super easy. Anybody can do them so that you can grab more water and have the correct hand position when you swim.
So to generate this so-called loose firmness, we need to learn how to have a greater feel for the water, and we can do this with sculling. Now Lynn here, my swimmer, is sculling in the catch phase. All she is doing is feeling the pressure of the water on the palm of her hands going inwards, outwards, inwards, outwards. This is the hippie drill, becoming one with the water. Now, sculling in the power phase, this is what I was talking about with having the high elbow. She is literally sculling in the area where you generate the most power in your stroke. So we had the catch phase, this is the power phase.
So when you establish that loose firmness and also be sensitive to all the signs that we talked about in this video, I'm confident that you'll stop slipping through the water and maximize your freestyle pool. Now, if you want to see a video where I taught my wife in one session how to swim 10 seconds faster per 100, check out this video. Guys, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.